I'm just tired. I really am just tired and fed up and upset with this entire season. I've just said in the weekend's video, I just want the season to end and I just really don't give a toss anymore. And tonight has just properly cemented that. As someone brilliantly put it on Twitter, I would rather stand on the Russian border wearing a Ukraine shirt than watch another Charlton game this season or for the foreseeable future. Because that's the point I am at right now. I really do not care. That's what this club has done to me this season. That is what these players, this owner, this whole system, this entire club has done to me this season. I said in the weekend's video, this club is rotten to the core. And right now, I am not convinced that this team could draw a game, let alone win. I'm just bored of it now. I really am just bored of it. And I think a lot of people, a lot of other fans are also bored. You could see how empty the ground was tonight, you know, completely, like, so many empty seats. And I'm not even that surprised. So many season ticket holders just giving up. I'm one of them, man. You know, I only live in Kent and still couldn't be asked to go down there tonight. I was very lucky not to go there tonight again. I'm just bored. I'm just sick of watching these spineless twats that wear our red shirt of Charlton just stealing a living, just looking like they just don't care. It's just been a dreadful failure. It's just been a complete failure of a season. And this will not get any better. I am not convinced by it. We are 9 points off of relegation, and I can genuinely see us going down. That's how low I think it is right now. Well, no, that's not even the lowest of the low. What's the lowest of the low is Milton, Keynes, Dons, a club that I have existed longer than, come into our ground and taking the piss out of us. Singing "We Get Battered Everywhere We Go," taking the piss out of the phone torches. Why that's still going on down the valley, I have no idea. Calling our ground a library. You know, that is just an all-new low. I'm sorry. I don't care where MK Dons are in the league and I don't care where we are. It's an embarrassment. That is embarrassing, but probably not quite as embarrassing as this team and this club right now, because it's just pathetic. And for the first 40 minutes, we actually looked okay. You know, we were pressing. Burstow and Morgan were running about the place trying to get hold of them, you know, press. Defensively, we were able to cut them out a couple of times. Lavelle was pretty decent on his return. I felt Castillo was pretty good in the first half. Dobson, as per usual, really doing the dirty work in the middle of the pitch. You know, again, putting in another solid 7 or 8 out of 10 performance. One thing that let us down that first half was just the long balls. Well, a couple of things let us down in the first half. The fact that we didn't have a shot on target. Didn't really expect anything less considering we've got no strikers. But probably the biggest problem was the fact that how many long balls did MK Dons play over the top in that half? How many times did I think that they were offside when it turns out they were on? How we managed to let them run in behind us like that, catch us out like that? It's just embarrassing. And to be honest, it was only a matter of time when another long ball over the top was going to absolutely tear us a new one. And that's exactly what happened. For their first goal, they timed their run to perfection. Matthews gets caught napping again. Gets caught napping. Tenai Watson comes out and just buries it into the bottom left corner. Simple as you like. Goal right before half time. And I knew right there and then it was going to be game over. And that second half was just absolutely living proof of that. Living proof that these players, probably apart from Jules Dobson, just don't care. We just gave up. The second we concede a goal, we just give up. And that's exactly what is our problem. We can't score a goal. We had no shots on target in that entire game because we have no strikers. Because our 3 main ones are out with an injury. We've got no midfield. And even with a back 5, our defence is a shambles. Bunch of headless chickens in that defensive line. And it honestly just amazes me how these are professional footballers that are paid to play football. And they're stealing a living from this club because they just don't care. We concede 1 goal We start in the first half. We have an okay first 15, 20-minute patch. In this case, we had a fairly good 35 minutes, in my opinion, apart from the long balls over the top and us not having a shot on target. We looked all right. We were cutting them out. We were high pressing. We don't get a goal in that early exchanges. The second we concede, our heads go and we give up. We just look like we just can't be bothered anymore. That second half was a prime example. We just gave up. Just did not give a shit. And they grabbed the second goal from a shot. McGillivray saved it, parried it into his path. Not one of our defenders reacted. Fanmo reacted, but 2 seconds too late, and their players there to slam it home. And unfortunately, as much as I love the guy, Johnny Jackson can't get away from it tonight either. Why he still stands by the 5 at the back is beyond me. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. I hate to see it not working because I love the guy and I really do hope that he is, I really do hope it works out for him. But I'm sorry, but right now he just doesn't have a plan B. He doesn't switch from the 5 at the back. And even when we're chasing the game, we're 2-0 down. The only thing that he does to attempt to change the game is like for like substitutions. Lecco comes off, who just did fuck all again. Jaisimi replaces him. And then we take Burstow off, who has an injury, which is fucking brilliant. That's another striker out now. We've got 2 strikers on the bench, Daniel Kanu and Tyrese Campbell. Yes, inexperienced. Yes, youngsters, but they're strikers. Who do we bring on? Elliot fucking Lee, an attacking midfielder. Well done. And then with 2 minutes to go, we take Dobson off, our best player on the pitch, and we bring on Tyrese Campbell. Like that's going to do anything. Final 2 minutes of the game, he comes on. There is no plan B. We continuously stick with a system that doesn't work. We've lost 4 on a bounce now. We haven't scored in our last 2 home games. We've conceded 6 at home in the last 2 matches. In 3 days, 6 conceded, none scored. And I'm not even surprised that a lot of our fans are feeling like me, also just giving up at this point. Because it's just embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. It's just sad at this point. It's just so sad to see this week in and week out. And I just look at these group of players and the way that this club is going, and I just don't see it improving. I'm not inspired by anything, really, that's going on with this club. Like I said, we're 9 points off of relegation, and I can honestly see us going down. We've got Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday, Sunderland. I have no confidence in not just those 2 games, but for the remaining games of the season. We're 16th in League One. And I'm reading comments in the comment section of Saturday's video of people saying, oh, it was always going to take time. Like, are you really content with the way this club is right now? We're 16th. Charlton Athletic Football Club, one of the biggest clubs in this league, we're 16th. Like, are you really content with that? And the way this club is going right now? We've got a group of players that, apart from George Dobson, are stealing a living. George Dobson is the only player that can truly lift his head high from this season. Next season, we build our entire squad around him. He is the only player that truly cares. Even when we're 2-0 down, with everybody else just giving up, he's sliding in, making crunching challenges. He is the only one that I can honestly say fair play this season. He is my player of the season by a country mile. No one comes close. That sort of team where one person cares. We have a manager, as much as I love Johnny Jackson, but right now, he is just proving to be just inept at this point. He's not got a plan B now. The honeymoon period is well and truly over. The new manager bounce is gone. And it still baffles me. How does he inspire a group of useless players that we saw under Adkins to play brilliant football when he was caretaker, to him then getting the job and just going back to utter shit? How does that happen? I really can't see Jackson being here beyond next season. I really can't. I think he'll be gone, to be honest. I don't think Sandgard will give him the job come the end of next season. I know in the South London press he said that he has no intention of changing it, but I don't think he will, to be honest. I think Jackson will be gone come next season. And at this stage, can we really blame him? And I don't understand the arguments of the people that were saying in the comment section it was always going to take time. Why do Charlton fans always want to start war? It just baffles me how people are seemingly content with the way this club is going. Like I said, we're 16th in League One. Our ambition shouldn't be a relegation fight. I'm well aware that it was going to take time under Sandgard with what happened last season when he took over under difficult financial circumstances. It's the fact that he said at the start of the season, we're going to blow the league out of the division. We're going to blow it out of the water this year. We already had expectations going into this season with no salary cap, Nigel Adkins at the helm, who at the time was looking pretty good. He'd lost only one game in the 10 matches that he was in charge. We were looking fairly well. We had an owner that invests in the club. Why shouldn't our expectation been top 6 at the start of the season? That should be the bare minimum. Well, like I said, we're one of the biggest clubs in this league. The bare minimum us fans should be expecting is top 6 at the very least. We should be competing up there. And then the fact that he turns around and says we're going to blow it out of the division this year. Oh, right, our expectations will be lifted even further because we'll buy into what he's saying because we think that we can do that anyway. We think that we can be competitive. The fact that he's gone and said that then has the final say when it comes to transfers. He's the CEO when he's off in Colorado and he's got his son there as the director of analysis there at the game tonight when he's just as inexperienced as him. Saying all those things, hyping it up, and he ain't got the tools to back it, has he? Because we're 16th. In the middle of a relegation dogfight in League One. It's a whole new low. And like I said, I don't see it getting any better. I'm not inspired by this group of players. Currently, this manager, which is upsetting to say, because I do love Johnny Jackson and I really do hope that it does work out for him. But I can't see him staying next season. I think he'll be gone. And I honestly cannot even believe I'm saying this. And I can't even begin to imagine if this does happen. But I can genuinely see us going down. I really can. Sorry for being a negative bastard, but I'm just going to say this right now. Apart from George Dobson, there is no other positive with this club right now. There isn't any. Nothing at all. And there is nothing that anyone can say in the comments of this video that can tell me otherwise and convince me otherwise. That's the way I feel. That is the way I feel. Just want the season to end at this point, but even then it could end in utter disaster. Because us playing Division 4 football in League 2 is a massive possibility. It cannot be denied. I know we're 9 points away. That seems like a comfortable cushion, but you can't look past these performances and say that it's okay. Because at this point in time, it just doesn't look like it's going to get any better. It really doesn't. I'm not inspired in the slightest by these group of players at all, apart from Dobson. And it's just got to the point where I'm just not bothered anymore. I just don't care. And I think a lot of people are in the same boat as me. And I don't blame them. Something needs to change. Something really does need to change. Just experiment with the team at this point because so many of those players just don't care. So many of them don't. Just keep experimenting. Go with the players that do care. Of the very select few of them, not fucking many of them. Drop the 5 at the back system because it just doesn't work. And if Jackson continues to stick by it, then I'm just going to be even less convinced by him. Because right now he doesn't have a plan B and his substitutions are pathetic. His substitutions were so wrong tonight. Like for like change, Leko Jaisimi brings a cam on in Elliot Lee in place of a striker. And then takes Dobson off, brings on Campbell for the final 2 minutes. What a useless fucking substitution that was. And I can't be asked going over Thomas Sandgaard again because I've said it all in fucking Saturday's video. Not going over it again. I made my opinions very clear. Something needs to change. And I'm sick and tired. I've had enough. I need to end this video. I need to go to bed. Because I'm just fucking done. I'm done with this season. And I just could not be fucked right now with this club. I honestly couldn't. Thanks for watching this video again. I know it's miserable right now. Don't you worry. I'm just as pissed off making these videos as you are pissed off watching them right now, probably. I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm tired. I'm sick of it. And like I must have said at least about 84 times in this video, I'm not convinced that this gets better. I'm not inspired at all. That's all I have to say. Thanks for listening to me rant and rave again. Take it easy. Stay safe. See you later. Sort it out, you useless bunch of cunts.